Good evening, students. Today I am going to look into some concepts of parabola along with you. See, the concept of parabola is very simple. Actually, we have seen right from class 10 a simple quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression. So, this expression itself denotes a parabola. Well, what is the basic criterion? Once again, let us go back to the very basic common second degree equation ax square plus 2h xy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is a common second degree equation which can represent the pair of lines or circle or parabola or ellipse or hyperbola depending on different criteria. So, you should know the criterion for parabola. Pair of lines, I am simply writing here pair of lines not satisfied. Pair of lines not satisfied, I want students to understand the meaning what pair of line not satisfied means. If this equation represents pair of lines, then you know the condition ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square is equal to 0, the criterion that represents pair of lines. So, not satisfied, that means ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square should not be 0, that is POL not satisfied. And in addition H square should be equal to AB. So, that is the additional criterion, H square equal to AB. So, if these conditions are fulfilled, under these conditions the second degree equation represents parabola. And the basic equations of parabola. The standard parabola, which usually it is called right open parabola, okay, which comes under the equation y square equal to 4ax, that is right open parabola. There is the other case, left open parabola, y squared is negative 4ax. Both of these parabola have x-axis as the axis of parabola. The x-axis is the axis of parabola, and both of them have vertex at origin 0 0. Fine. So, that is right open and left open. Then upward parabola x squared is equal to 4ay, and let me put another category, downward parabola x squared is negative 4ay, upward parabola and downward parabola, and incidentally both of them have y axis as axis of parabola. Of course, they have vertex at origin, that is 0, 0. Well, these are the four basic parabolas, and we identify a simple method. I can tell you y squared on the LHS, watch the RHS. Depending on RHS, you will be able to tell the category of the parabola. Positive x comes, yes, axis is positive x-axis. Negative x comes, axis is negative x-axis. Or on the other hand, I can tell you, if it is the positive x, then the focus comes on the positive x axis. If the coefficient of x is minus 4a, negative, then focus is on the negative x axis. Similarly, positive y indicates focus is along positive y, and negative 4a indicates the vertex is origin, but focus is on negative y axis. Okay, so this is the basic explanation for the 4 basic types. Now, what can be the geometric arrangement? Understand the geometry, the wonderful geometry in the case of parabola. Okay, so let me discuss a basic parabola in the form of y squared equal to 4ax, where the focus is a comma 0, vertex is origin, and there is one more line here, vertical line. What it is, let us see. Well, now we want to understand how you can define parabola. What is exactly, we are discussing so many times the parabola, the word we are using. So there is a curve, it obeys some discipline, and it happens to be the locus of so many points, a collection of x comma y in a Cartesian plane, a collection of points in Cartesian plane which obey a particular discipline. What is that discipline? The length, distance P to F. P to F. F is a fixed point in Cartesian plane called focus. And this line, vertical line I have placed, this is directrix, which is a fixed line. So directrix is fixed line. And this point maintains your discipline. The perpendicular distance of the point from directrix, the distance from the point from focus, so they both are equal. Distance of point from focus, distance of point from directrix, they both are equal. So only when these two distances are equal, wherever the point travels, you can take any other arbitrary point, let us say point P moves, travels and comes, merges with origin. Then how do you apply PF is equal to PM? Point P comes over here, so PF is OF, and PM is another point, let us say OM dash. So OF and OM dash are equal. Okay, similarly it can travel, it can catch, it can come to another position. So the distance from focus and the distance from directrix, they are equal. And the distance from distance of origin is very important. OF is equal to OM dash, and both of them equal to a specific constant A. And the coordinates of focus, therefore it is A comma 0. So this defines the locus or the trajectory of point P x comma y. So you can understand it's a collection of so many points which obey this condition P of equal to PM. Well, one more way of understanding. There is something called eccentricity. Eccentricity denoted by letter E. So the ratio PF by PM is known as the ratio of eccentricity ratio, and it is 1 in this case, and that is why PF equal to PM. So eccentricity, the ratio of any point, take any point, the ratio of its distance from focus to its distance from directrix, called eccentricity. So PF by PM, when it is 1, we call the curve a parabola. Fine. Under different circumstances, we give different names to the curves. We will see when we move on to those curves. So right now, PF by PM, understand it is equal to 1 for parabola. So the general equation, let me tell you, PF equal to Pm itself is the general equation of parabola. General equation of parabola. Let us see how to utilize this condition. Student may be wondering, sir, Pf equal to Pm, how can this become equation of parabola? Well, let me tell you, it can very much become equation of parabola. Let me give you an example question. Here, point x comma y moves such that its distance from say 1 comma 2 is equal to its distance from line, any line, 2x plus or minus y equal to 4. 2x minus y equal to 4. What do you understand from this wording of the question? Your point moves such that. So find its locus. So when you understand, go through the question, what you understand? This locus is a special locus because it obeys, it has a discipline. This point moves such that its distance from 1 comma 2, which is a fixed point, therefore it is the focus. And this is a fixed line, so that means there is a directrix. So this serves as focus, this serves as directrix, and the point is equal distance from both, which means you are understanding that Pf equal to Pm. Okay, so the point P is 1 comma 2 and this is directrix line, the line 2x minus y equal 4. How do you get Pm? Pf is easy. F is 1 comma, F is 1 comma 2, P is any point x comma y. So Pf, you know, it is square root of x minus 1 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square using distance between 2 points formula, which you know right from class 10. What about Pm? This also you know, the perpendicular distance formula. So perpendicular distance formula of point x comma y from the directrix line 2x minus y equal to 4. So which can be obtained as ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. Can we apply? So x applied there, y applied there, 4 from RHS, bring it to LHS, and coefficient of x you are going to square, coefficient of y you are going to square. So you get this is the Pm. Now substitute in the formula. So square root of x minus 1 whole squared plus y minus 2 the whole squared is equal to mod of 2x minus y minus 4 divided by root 5. Well, how can you leave the equation like this? With a square root, with the mod symbol, with another square root 5 in denominator, etc. We need to go for a proper simplified or rather rational format where there is no irrational quantity like root of 5, etc. Yes, we just have to square both sides and square both sides. So square root of 5 gets squared, so it becomes 5. Square root goes off when you square. I am expanding this a minus b whole squared, x squared minus 2x plus 1, y squared minus of 4y plus 4. RHS, be careful, you need to apply a plus b plus c the whole squared. Watch out, a plus b plus c the whole squared formula apply. A squared plus b squared, 4 squared is 16, 2ab term when you apply it is negative 4xy, 2bc term when you apply it is 8y, 2ca term when you apply it is negative 16 times x. Am I right? Is that clear to you? B squared from underneath root denominator I have cross multiplied, squared it is 5, squared of square root goes off. I have expanded the x minus 1 whole squared and y minus 2 whole squared. Okay. 2x minus y minus 4 is squared, you get 4x squared plus y squared plus 16 minus of 4xy and positive, because minus into minus, positive 8y, and then negative into positive 2 times, so it is negative 16x term. Now all you have to do is gather the like terms and put them all on the right side, on the left side, because how we will decide whether right or left? This is 5x square, here it is 4x square. So come to the greater x square side. So I can say we get 5x square minus 4x square. So I am collecting the like terms. And you get negative 10x next. And bring the x term from the right side, transpose to the left side. Minus 16x, I write next. Right next to negative 10, I get 16x positive. Next, collect the xy term. Minus 4xy, there is no xy on the left. So on the right, negative 4xy, I am taking to left hand side, it becomes positive 4 times of xy. And what about the y term? On the left side, I have minus 4y, okay, so negative 5 times negative 4y minus 20y, and negative 8y brought from RHS to LHS. And what is left over? Constant term on the left side, 5 times 4, 20, and there is a constant term 16 on the right side. Take it to the left, negative 16 is equal to 0. Let us check once again the 5x squared, 4x squared combined, and xy term minus 4xy taken to positive 4xy on the left side, and x term is negative 10 on the left and positive 16 taken from RHS, yes, it is there. Y terms negative 20y on the left hand side, positive 8y on the right, taken to left, negative 8y, and constants collected on the same side. Let us simplify. You get x square plus 4xy, and what about the y squared terms? Y squared terms we have forgotten. Yes, there is a 5y squared here, there is 1y squared. So which is again 4y squared that went missing, 4y squared, done now. Then collect the x terms. So 16 minus of 10, 6x, negative 28, 20 minus 16, that makes plus 4 equal 0. Plus 4 equals 0. Now what happens? I want you to give some focus on the first 3 terms. Ax square. Now I am going to make you compare with the most general second degree what you wrote on the first line. Ax square 2hxy, by square 2gx 2fy. Can we compare and get the values of a, h and b? A is 1 because it is 1x square, b is 4, coefficient of y square, and 2hxy gives 4xy. So h is half of 4, it is 2. Now come on, let us verify in the condition required for parabola. H squared value 2 squared, AB is 1 into 4, therefore H squared is exactly equal to AB. Both values are 4 each. Hence, you are 100% sure what you derived represents definitely is a equation of parabola, and that is what is the locus. Find locus. Now we have completed the locus, and that locus is you have verified it is parabola. So whenever you have this criterion P of equal to Pm, you will surely end up in parabola. This is the very important concept, and you can consider from the most general form, and there is a specific basic types. I am just going to highlight what is the extended basic type. Extended basic type, what it means is, I was highlighting the axis here. I was highlighting axis. So the axis will remain still, it will remain x axis or the y axis. That is what we mean by extended. Basic means vertex at origin only. In extended, vertex, I am giving a letter now, vertex. It is no more origin, it will be anywhere h comma k. Now you can redo all the right open or the left open, upward and downward. Let's do right open parabola version. How does it look like? Instead of y square, it will be y minus k the whole square, 4a. It's not just x, it is x minus of h. In the case of left open parabola, yes, it will be y minus of k whole squared negative 4a times x minus of h. Done. The following other two category, upward, instead of x squared, it will be x minus h whole squared 4a times y minus of k. Y minus of k. Downward parabola, it will be x minus h whole squared negative 4a times of y minus of k. So the JEE main version, they can ask you a very basic question as this. Okay, they can give you extended basics, and they can ask you for what is vertex, what is the axis, where lies focus or where lies directrix. Such very simple questions can come up. One simple example I would like to give you. Given the parabola equation is presented already like this: y squared minus of 10y plus x plus 22 equal to 0. Find its vertex. Find its vertex as one subdivision. Focus, another subdivision. So these are wanted. Now how we are going to tackle this question? You may see, sir, what you wrote, it is neither looking like the first line nor looking like y squared is equal to 4ax basic type, nor looking like extended version you wrote, sir. This is not even looking like that. No, you have to somehow classify, you have to bring it to this form. Definitely there is some algebraic manipulation required. You don't expect exactly the question to present this one and ask you where is vertex. You already know it is h comma k. So you have to prepare, you have to simplify given equation to any one of the basic four formats. So after simplifying, you will know. Well, right now before you start, the square is on y. So it is not the up, it is not the down, because in up and down version, square comes for x in the extended basic type. So this is neither upward or downward. It may be right open or the left open. With that idea, you simply start simplifying. So let us go for the simplification. What is the given? Y squared minus 10y. Y squared minus of 10y. I am just extending and leaving a blank space and covering with parenthesis. I'm sorry. y squared minus of 10y. I am giving a blank space and completing parenthesis. And I am taking the x term onto the other side, 22 onto the other side, on the right side. So it becomes negative x negative 22. I hope now students are about to get some idea. What are we trying to do? We are trying to complete the square, which means take the coefficient of y, divide by 2, you get negative 5. Square of negative 5 is 25. And if I am adding 25 on left side, I add on the right side also 25. Do the same operation. So what do you get? On the RHS, it is negative x plus 3. On the left side, now what you have? Completed square of y minus 5 whole square. Now just one more step will help you decide the category and also the answers for the question what is vertex and focus. After writing in this form, let me write in more clear form, negative. The coefficient outside the parenthesis is 1 only. So we are interested in bringing up the 4a, that concept. So I am going to write it as 4 times of 1 by 4 of x minus 3. Is that understandable? And LHS, you know, it is y minus 5 the whole square. RHS is negative 4, 1 by 4, x minus 3. Compare. Now this is y minus k whole squared, negative is there, minus 4 is there, a is there, x minus h is there. Yeah, can you identify? Yes, it is left open. So you understand, here when you read, nothing was clear, but after just completion of square and taking the other two terms to the right side and completing the format, you understand it is left open. You understand what is the value of a, you understand h, you understand k, everything. So what is the a value? 1 by 4. And vertex is, as I told you, h comma k, very simple. H comma k is ready for you. This is same as 3 comma 5. H is compared with 3, k compared with 5. Yes. So vertex, you are able to write the answer. It is 3 comma 5. Now the next task for you, what is focus? It is easy task, and but you have to understand the geometry property. So geometry property, as I told you, OF and OM dash both equal A. So to get F, you have to move through a distance of A unit from vertex. From vertex, you have to move A units, but along the left, but towards the left. So this is what I would like to highlight. A very simple representative drawing let us do. Here is the vertex, and from vertex it is left open, it is not to the right. So focus goes to left side of, or rather negative x axis, x dash, and parallel to x dash, not exactly x dash. The vertex is 3 comma 5, write it over here, and I want to move a distance of a units. So when I say a units, you know what is the value, which means 1 by 4 units I have to move along, rather parallel to x axis. Okay, what do you mean by moving parallel to x axis? If you are moving parallel to x axis towards the left, it means you have to reduce the x coordinate. You are subtracting from the existing value of the x coordinate 3 to get new coordinate of focus. Y, you are not at all moving along the y direction. Y direction, there is no movement, so y coordinate 5 will remain still 5 only, and the x coordinate will be you are moving 1 by 4, so you have to go by minus 1 by 4 from the 3. From the existing 3, you are moving left by 1 by 4. So take LCM, it is 12 minus 1, 11 by 4, comma 5. This is the final focus coordinates. So the focus coordinates also you are able to arrive at it. Not only this, see, you can arrive at what is directrix, another vertical line by this side. Directrix you can arrive at. You can tell me now axis also. What is the axis? Very simple, I already told you it is parallel to x-axis, so it should be y constant, which means the constant is 5, therefore y is equal to 5. These are so many questions you can answer based on the theory what we have learnt. So the y-axis, the line parallel to x-axis is the axis with equation y equal to 5. Focus, you moved exactly to the left by a units. A units is 1 by 4 units from 3. If you have to move to the right, you will add. If you have to move to the left, you subtract. Very simple operation you are going to do, numerical operation to arrive at vertex, to arrive at focus. Okay. So thank you, students. Please make note of some basic things we have discussed. The next topic we will continue will be the next higher concepts like tangent, drawing a tangent to the parabola and normal, etc., and some striking properties of parabola we will see. Thank you.